You unzip your suitcase in the fluorescent light of the airport gate area. And for the third time, you're refolding a shirt that looks like it's been through a lawnmower. The gate display ticks down toward final boarding. Other passengers are wedging their bags into the overhead bin, and your pulse is prickling because you're not sure how any of this will survive the flight. That sound of fabric being shoved into a suitcase, it's familiar and awful. A scratched zipper, the rustle of tissues and plastic, the wet thud of shoes that won't sit flat. Take a breath.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
You can pack so nothing wrinkles and everything fits without expensive gadgets or last-minute panic. Start where you are at home, not at the gate. Preparation saves time and stress. Lay out the trip's outfits on the bed or floor. Group them by day or by outfit, day 1, evening, travel day, and group by fabric, knits, cottons, linens, synthetics. Anything that's dry clean only or extremely fragile goes into a garment bag or is planned to be worn on the flight. If you've got 1 or 2 dress shirts that can't crease, plan to carry them in a foldable garment folder or wear them. Next, check the suitcase itself. For carry-on travel, measure the bag against the airline's size rules and weigh it if you can. A bag that's already at the limit will force tighter packing and more wrinkling. Choose packing cubes sized for your bag or use simple compression bags. But remember, compression is for space, not necessarily wrinkle prevention. At the airport, a gate agent will measure and, in extremes, ask you to gate check or pay a bag fee. A tight bag can cost you $25, $100 in extra fees if you have to check at the counter. Now the basic technique, in order. Lay flat folding for structured items, roll for soft knits and tees, bundle for delicate garments, and strategic layering inside packing cubes or the suitcase cavity. Lay flat folding. Button collars, flatten the shoulders, fold sleeves back, and fold the shirt in half so the back is on the outside. This gives a flat, protective outer layer that resists creasing. Rolling works for t-shirts, leggings, and casual shirts. Smooth fabric, then roll tightly from the hem to the collar. Think sushi roll, not burrito. Bundling is the trick for mixed outfits. Put a core, like a pouch or a small packing cube with underwear and socks, in the center. Then wrap more structured items around it in progressively larger layers, finishing with outerwear or jeans on the outside. Here's a simple, repeatable order for 1 medium carry-on bag. Packing Cube A, rolled underwear and socks. Cube B, rolled t-shirts and casual tops. Cube C, flat, button-down shirts folded flat. Outside the cubes, a thin sweater, then a lightweight blazer or jacket laid flat across the top. Put shoes in shoe bags and slot them sole to sole at the bottom or on the sides to keep the setter flat. Use dry cleaning plastic only when you need a temporary shield. It stops friction but can trap moisture. For long trips, a breathable cloth bag is better. Why these steps work? Fabric creases where pressure points meet, seams, collars, and folds. Rolling and bundling distribute pressure over a wider surface so no single crease gets hammered. Think of it like packing a suitcase the way you'd pack a picnic basket. You don't cram a single plate into the corner, you layer plates with soft napkins between. The analogy helps. Soft items cushion structured ones. Flat items support and spread weight. Costs and risks. The cheapest solution is free, careful folding, rolling, and a couple of inexpensive packing cubes, around $10, $25 each. Compression bags cost $8, $20, and can save space, but sometimes make small creases worse if you squash shirts flat for days. Buying a garment bag or a foldable suit carrier runs $20, $70, and is worth it for business suits or expensive dresses. The risk of ignoring these techniques varies. A wrinkled shirt costs you time and perhaps a dry cleaning charge, $8, $20 at your destination, or it costs the impression at a meeting. Worse, if your carry-on is forced into checked baggage at the gate because it won't fit, you might face a checked bag fee, $30, $75 typically, up to $200 on some carriers, and the worry that it's tossed under rough luggage at the bottom of the hold. Missed flight risk is low from packing alone, but last-minute repacking at the gate is what makes people miss the call to board. A few practical checks to do before you leave. 1. Lay everything out and take a photo so you won't forget an outfit. 2. Fold or roll the most wrinkle-prone items with tissue paper between folds. Tissue costs nothing and works. 3. Pack a travel-sized wrinkle release spray or wrinkle steamer if space allows. A small electric steamer costs $20, $40, and gets most creases out quickly. Sprays are $5, $12. 4. Keep a hanger and a portable hang loop in your bag so you can hang garments immediately at arrival. Specific step-by-step for a 4-day trip, 1 carry-on. Choose 1 blazer or jacket, 3 tops, 2 bottoms, 4 sets of underwear, 2 pairs of shoes, wear the bulkiest, 1 lightweight sweater, a scarf or accessory. At home, iron or steam the dressiest item and place it flat in the suitcase, folded once along the seams. Put rolled T-shirts in a medium packing cube and compress lightly. Use a thin packing cube for underwear and socks. Place shoes in a shoe bag. Stuff socks inside the shoes to keep shape. Place the flat folded shirts on top of the cubes, then lay the blazer on top in a protected layer. Fill the edges with belts and chargers. Zip slowly. If resistance is strong, remove an item or reshuffle. Forcing the zipper is the easiest way to create pressure creases. If you're flying with formal wear, here's a trick that flight attendants and road warriors use. Wear the most structured item, blazer or coat, on the plane. Not only does this save space, it keeps the garment's shape. For shirts you can't live without uncreased, fold them into a garment folder or use the airline's onboard hanger. Many long-haul flights have one in the lavatory for a quick spritz and steam. Hotels and many airlines provide steaming facilities or will hang press items on request. Many useful links can be found in the description. A useful mid-video action: if you want my printable packing checklist and a template outfit layout, hit subscribe now, and I'll add the links and a free PDF in the description. That saves you re-watching noisy parts of the video when you pack next time. Now, a few pro-level notes. Packing cubes. Buy 2 medium cubes and 1 flat cube. The flat cube is your wrinkle shield for shirts. Use the cube with the smoothest lining against dress shirts. Avoid overcompressing the shirt cube. Keep a thin buffer layer of knits between shirts and harder items. For delicate fabrics like silk, sandwich tissue paper between layers. If you must use vacuum compression for space, do it for bulkier items like sweaters, not shirts. Remove shirts from compression as soon as possible and hang them. Hidden fee and upsell to watch for. Some airlines and airport kiosks offer priority bag handling or guaranteed carry-on fit for an extra charge at the gate. This is usually a gate scam. The airline can still gate check your bag if they need the overhead space. The real gate charge that bites is a last-minute checked bag fee charged at the gate. Agents sometimes say the bag is oversized because the overhead is full. The correct response? Politely ask the agent to measure the bag on the airline's sizing box. Politely request a supervisor if the measurement seems arbitrary, and remind them you can remove an item to make it fit. If they insist on checking, you can ask for a written note or receipt of the reason if they force a paid check. For booking sites or some low-cost carriers, there's a trick where you buy a personal item upgrade that promises a larger allowance. Carriers sometimes use ambiguous wording, so read the size dimensions, not the label. Refuse unnecessary upsells by saying, "No thanks, I'll repack now." Then open your bag, remove one low-value item, book, charger, and reattempt to fit it in the bin or standard policy size. Worst-case scenario, and how to avoid it. You end up having to check a bag at the gate, and it's delayed or damaged. To minimize harm, keep valuables and a fresh shirt in your personal item, carry your medication and documents in the cabin, photograph packed contents in case of damage claims. If a garment gets creased badly, many hotels offer cheap pressing, budget for $8, $20 per item in a pinch. Final, simplest packing recipe, the 3 rules I use on every trip. 1. Plan outfits and limit choices. Fewer items mean less shoving. 2. Protect structured items by flat folding and layering them on top. 3. Pad and cushion with soft rolled items around edges. These rules keep shirts from getting deep creases and make it far more likely your bag fits airline limits. If you want the one-page packing layout printable I use, it's in the description with the other links. If you try these steps next time, you'll get off the plane with clothes that look ready to wear and a bag that closes without a fight. If this guide helped, please like the video and subscribe for more travel-tested packing methods. I post easy, believable tips for people who fly rarely and want to get it right.